Hello, beautiful artisans. I hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Jump on board, it's free. We're so happy to have you. We create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies, and it's our way to give the earth a little hug and extend the life of the fabric and extend the life of the earth and ourselves. So, with that, if you're coming back, thank you so much for being with me on my art journey. I greatly appreciate you. You know, we truly are a family. We inspire each other, encourage each other. We're here for each other. And we have quite a list of suggestions that many of you have given for us to go forward with projects. So, one of them is day before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving. I'll let you know the closer we get. We're going to do a lampshade of recycled materials. So you don't want to miss that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I apologize for being so bundled up. I am a little chilly today. I am a little chilled today. So with that, I got to tell you this vintage scrap fabric, a yo-yo quilt, came out so beautiful. Now, I wrapped it around the model here that I have. This is a small model, but I was lucky enough to get it as one of the wedding shops here in Vermont had closed a few years ago. So they were selling them really cheap, but I'm just going to show you the other side here. I got to turn it around and so you can see, and I'm going to take it off of this in a moment, but I just want to use this to speak about the yo-yos, and then I'll take it off and we'll take a really good look at it. So a couple of things that I discovered while I was making this yo-yo quilt with the method of, I don't want to say random because, but it kind of was. I wanted yo-yos to be kind of coming out like little blooms, little buds in a garden, right? Like flowers, florets, and then big flowers, right? So, as you know, I thought I was going to begin like mixing them all up and doing it that way, like simultaneously. And it ended up that what was working best for me in my vision, my artistic way, is I wanted all the larger ones down first. And so we did the border, all the larger ones on the border first, and then the larger ones in the center. And then I came back around and added the medium-sized ones, and the smaller ones I added mostly last. So you can see I got some of the smaller ones on the borders, and that's what I wanted. I want to even add more. So I probably have about on my own time off the camera, probably, 3 more hours of tightening it up, kind of I'm studying it a little bit. I want to study it like when I do the stitching from the front to the back and what the back looks like. So I'm going to show you the back in a moment. It came out pretty good. But I'll show you a few of the little glitches there. So I'll be going back through those, taking the stitches out, and then, like restitching. So, with that, um, you can see when I laid these out, you end up with, you have one, two, yo-yos, or you may have 1, 2, 3 yo-yos. So you may have a small section here where, remembering that a yo-yo is 2 layers, that we have, 6 layers all together. So we would have 6 layers like in a small space. Now, why does that work out so beautifully? It works out so beautifully because it gives the quilt a little weight. and it's just lovely. Now, one of the viewers, one of the artists said, "Hey, Carmela, can you use like a softer fabric?" So I'm interpreting that to be like a blended or kind of silky silk. And so we're going to do a shawl. And now I think the challenge might be that yes, it's silky, um, but I think it's going to be interesting. I'm very excited and happy to try that. So we're going to use silky blended fabrics to make a shawl, a yo-yo shawl. That will be next. That not very next, but it's on the list. I have a few projects I am working on currently, including this hat back here. Some of you wanted to see this hat, and I'll take this off here in a moment. But some of you wanted to see the hat. So this hat is a hat, as you know, it's a Boro Sashiko inspired hat, WIP. So it is not nearly done at all. But I have begun my stitching. I did some machine stitching and I've pieced it together the way I want. I'm liking the way it is. I need to close up the pocket and I'm loving this. So this is a hat I'm working on, and I'll bring you along with me. I started this one over on TikTok on a live video over there. Some of those videos I do drop onto YouTube if I think it's something you're really going to be interested in. If I'm kind of talking a lot to the audience on TikTok and whatnot, I won't drop it on YouTube because it's just going to confuse you. So, but this is a lovely. I can't wait for this to be done. And so that's a project we're working on. So here, what I will do is I gotta find where I pinned it right here and here. So check this out. I'm going to turn this way. I'll put that over here. Look at this yo-yo quilt. Is that just gorgeous? And you see the border comes out scalloped. Now I purposely added more yo-yos right on the border. I wanted them on the border. I love it. I can't even tell you how much I love this. And like I said, it's pliable. You know what I mean? It's like, you can fold it and this and that. So for a quilt, what shall I say? For a wrap or shawl to be made of this, the way to do it would be no backing. So this is what the back looks like. And I think that came out just lovely. Now, you see here, some of these little, I want to kind of go back through and kind of refine this a little bit. If something is folded over or it's not sewn, there's a lot of little areas that I still need to put a few stitches in, so that's no big deal. But I want to trying to find an example here. Something like this one right here. This one's a little pulled a little bit much. So I want to do that stitch over and relax it. Oh, excuse me, like these. I want them relaxed like these. So that's what I'm going back to do. And but yeah, I totally love this. Um and so this is a lovely lap quilt. And if you remember, this is 30 inches by 30 inches. Now, with that said, I think what I want to try with the next quilt or a yo-yo quilt is to make it larger. And I want to try something else with the layout of the flowers. So, with that, because these one thing you want to look for with this type of layout is the intersection of all your yo-yos. You want to get that because if you miss anything like that, see, like right here, that's got to be stitched. But if you miss that, then you got to go back and do it. But it makes a difference, of course, in the quilt. So now, with that said, the number of stitches, okay, to make this are definitely far, far more. They're way more than the quilts that we have been making, where we just lay out our rows. So we have about 20 or 25 yo-yos, and then in the spaces where we have uh, about 16 small yo-yos or whatever, we lay those out. That's much easier because we are lining up. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, that's it. Now on here, you really can't do that because you've got stitches right here, okay? And you may need a stitch here. So it's the flower bloom. They're all over the place, which is lovely. So anyway, with that, I wanted to share this with you today, and I hope that you are inspired and this was complete enough for me to share with you. And so with that, I'll be adding a few more tiny little yo-yos. What I will do upon the final completion of this is I will do a very short YouTube video where it's laid out and you can look at it with a little music and you can see it in its finality that way. So I hope that you have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in the next one. We have many projects, and I'm not sure. I have to contemplate which one is next. I need to do some needle felting too, and we have a lot to do. So with that, oh, and I have an update to also kind of get together for you. Um, on just I'll do just a short update this week on YouTube on all the different projects and things going on. So with that, you have an absolutely beautiful day.